Hello, folks. It is June 1st. It's Saturday. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning on the west coast of the United States. I haven't dropped off the face of the earth. I'm still here, obviously, and just been pondering for the last 2 months, what does the creation of fiat money look like? And more importantly, I guess, as a technical analyst, economist, somebody, a long-term investor. I mean, there's the bottom line. I'm a mom and pop investor, widows and orphans and all that good stuff. I'm trying to protect my money, the purchasing power, not let's be specific, the purchasing power of my money over the long term. How do I do that? And so about 2 months ago, I came across some charts. There were three banks in particular uh, who had added almost $5 trillion in, assets. I'm doing air quotes around assets because to banks, liabilities are assets and assets are liabilities. And, it's trying to wrap your hand around that one. But anyway, and so we can see that in hindsight, that during this particular time period, back in the, 2020, 2022 era, there was $5 trillion pumped into the banking system. What I have been saying for months now, and I continue to assert, is that during 2024, or, maybe it's 14 months, maybe it's 16 months, but primarily during 2024, the banking system will have to expand by 10 to 12 trillion additional dollars. So, another 10 to 12 trillion dollars growth in the banking system during 2024. And that's to pay off maturing debt. Basically it has to be rolled over. There's no money to pay off that debt and just retire it. So it has to be rolled over. And that's about $7 trillion. And then we have to finance the deficit spending, which at this point is, 3 trillion, 4 trillion, 5 trillion, 6 trillion, who knows? But so anyway, somewhere in the 10 to 12 trillion dollar range, that's the level of money that will be created. Now, the Fed and the Treasury, as part of their mission, they try to obfuscate, hide, deny, obscure, whatever terminology you'd like to use. They want to dress up, make, the fact that they're creating fiat currency willy-nilly, they want to dress that up, and whether hide it, obscure it, justify it, rationalize it, whatever, all of the above, they're going to do it regardless. But, basically it's wrapping a good narrative around the creation of fiat currency. And one of the points I'd like to make is that, so we had, $5 trillion of new fiat currency pumped into the banking system during this particular time period. It showed up in the commercial banks. Now, maybe this new fiat currency creation shows up somewhere else. Maybe we don't see it in this chart. 18 months, a year and a half from now, we'll be looking at some other chart, but we will see from that chart that 10 to 12 trillion dollars in fiat currency was created, primarily during 2024. And so, that's the point that I'd like to make in this video, or that's my intention in this video, is to share with you what I've been thinking about lately, what I'm looking at going forward, obviously I've already moved my assets into primarily precious metals. That's where I'm at, physical precious metals. I've got a non-trivial amount of my assets in mining stocks of companies who mine the precious metals. And that's how I'm invested currently. So, and we'll find out obviously in the long run whether I was right or wrong. So there you go. 5 trillion last time, 10 to 12 trillion this time. Oh, and then inflation. I hadn't talked about inflation yet. So what we are dealing with currently, in my opinion, is the results. As far as if we focus specifically on inflation, we're currently dealing with the result of $5 trillion in new money creation. We're currently in the midst of 10 to 12 trillion dollars in new money creation. And so what will inflation look like, if we step out here to 2026, 2027, 2028, what is inflation going to look like in those years after we have ingested, or as we are ingesting, the creation of 10 to 12 trillion dollars in additional fiat money. So basically we are at the exponential point of the money creation curve, the fiat Keynesian experiment. We're at the exponential point of that experiment. And basically at this point, it blows up because it was bullshit to begin with. So anyway, I'm going to stop babbling at you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you soon, folks.